This is the 2019 Land Rover Range Rover, and I'm going to review it here at Cars by Musti. Let's start this video with Land Rover Range Rover's key. Now you get this plastic finish with Land Rover's logo, chrome materials over here, and then in the back of the key, of course, you've got all the main functions. You've got lock, and if you double lock it, it will activate anti-theft mode. You have unlock functions, the light function over here, boot opening system, which is automatic, and then the hazards or alarm. Let's start today's video with the front of the car. Now over here we've got Land Rover's signature headlamps over here. This whole strip over here and this square is daytime running light, but this is also an indicator. We've got 4 matrix LED headlamps for night and fog included over here. Now we've got blacked out grille over here. Of course it's not an actual grille, it's actually over here, half. And I to be honest, I don't know what that is, but yeah, they've done half of it, no grill, and then they've got the grill open over here. Anyways, we've got the Land Rover logo over here, and of course the model over here, Range Rover. We've got the black exterior linings as well. Under over here we've got the rugged looking front bumper. We've got sensors all over. This is all plastic, it's all there, and then you've got the front camera over there. Of course black over here, this is for the air to go into the engine, also over here so that the engine can stay cool and it doesn't overheat. Let's start off with the side. Now the first thing we can see in the side are these 21 inches blacked out rims. Now these are, of course, this is the black package, so you'd get blacked out rims. And of course this is Land Rover's signature ceramic calipers over here, which you get in the front and back over there. Of course you get this Range Rover's signature trim lining over here, but instead of chrome, this is black. It goes all the way over there. Body colored over here, and up here we have this huge bulky line which goes all the way to the back over there. We've got smart entry level handles over here. You can just do it without your key if it's in the pocket. And then of course we've got Range Rover's auto folding mirrors. This is also in black, since this is the black trim. Of course we've got the indicator over here in LED. We've got this whole black line which goes all the way to the end. Now this most of the times comes in chrome, but this is in black since this is the black package. You've got a separate line which goes from up and back to the end over there. Now with the rear we have Land Rover Range Rover signature dual tail lights over here. Both of these are brake. One is an indicator, and of course the reverse light over here. You've got Land Rover's signature emblem over here. Then we got this black line which goes all the way to the other side. You've got the model over here, Range Rover. We've got the trim level, which is the Autobiography. Now this is the dual boot opening, so the bottom will open separately and the top is also automatic. Then we've got over here, we've got sensors throughout the back bumper, real exhaust instead of fake over there, both sides, and then the body colored under over here, and then of course we got this blacked out material which goes to the side over here. Before we enter the interior, I'd like to show you the door. So the first thing we see is this leather coating over here, with of course the Meriden speakers are over here, and over here we've got the, of course, the basics controls over here. We've got the mirrors over here and all 4 windows over here. Then we've got the seat functions over here with massaging and headrest and lumbar supports all over here. Then we've got the lock and unlock systems over here, and of course the Range Rover signature chunky door handles. Now for the interior, the first thing of course we see are the seats. Now of course Land Rover has the signature chunky headrest over here. You can adjust these as well through the door, which I showed you with all the seat functions. Now this material here is all leather, pure freighted leather over here, you can see. Now this one is black. You've got many options. You've got white, beige, brown and red, but this one is all black over here, you can see throughout the interior. Then we've got the big armrest over here with the center console, and you've You can rest your arm while you're driving with the chunky steering wheel. You've got, of course, the driver's AC over here. You've got the 10-inch Range Rover driver's display over there, with, of course, heads-up display right over there, and it's pretty clear. Then, of course, if we go inside, as you can see in the steering wheel, this is all black, but when you start the car, it shows all options, volume or anything else. Of course, Range Rover's logo is right over here, horn is right over here. Then, of course, you've got the main infotainment system over here, start-stop button over here, driver's air conditioning over here, hazard system, and of course that's for the passenger. That button over there, up and down, is for the dashboard over there, where you can, of course, stuff your little stuff over there. Then this screen over here is mainly for your air conditioning systems over here. This is for the driver and that is for the passenger. Over here, now this little thing pops up when you start the car. Of course, you've got a 10-speed automatic gearbox. Of course, the basic gears over here, right here. You just have to switch the toggle and it goes into the gear. You've got 2 chunky cup holders over here. You can keep anything, but they're not heated and cooling. But in the later model, the newer generation, you'll get heated and cooling. Over here, you've got Land Rover's emblem over here. You've got the functions. Now, since this is a hybrid, you get the EV button right over here. So for a few miles, you can drive pure electric only. Then, of course, you've got the suspension systems and the drive terrain modes and everything over here. Of course, the parking brake right here, small. Now for the top, now we have this over here, this sun visor. It's really big, it can block the sun. And of course, you've got the mirror over here and the big bright light over here. You can literally see your beautiful face. So if you want to block the side as well, there's an extra sun visor over here that you could keep in the front, and this could go on the side, which is pretty useful in most cases. And then, of course, on top we've got speakers. Since Range Rover has 22 Meridian fitted speakers, I'll speak later in the video about the speakers. Of course, then we've got the sunroof functions over here, the SOS button, and of course you've got the what is it called, the service notifications. Yeah, that's pretty much it over here. This is like for the blind, which we have. It's a really big sunroof and a blind over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the top, and we'll move on to the video. Now, since this is the Autobiography trim level, and let me tell you, Autobiography is the top-notch trim level, which gives you the first-class feeling in a plane, but instead on wheels. Of course, we've got the 8-inch Land Rover Range Rover infotainment system for the passengers. And since this is Autobiography, we've got 4 seats in total, 2 seats in the back, not 3. Of course, you've got the functions over here to control this over here. You can control your seats, dashboard, center console right over here. So you can control the seats as well on the door. You've got this special button over here. This will alert when you open the door. So and it'll give an alert as well, so you don't get notified that you don't damage the car. Of course, you've got 2 speakers of Meridian over here. Then you've got the chunky handle right over here. Right over here in the center of the rear, we've got this big air conditioning system over here. We've got 2, of course, one for the right and one for the left passenger. We can control it with the screen, which is off right now over here. One for the passenger on the right and one for the left, of course. Then we've got these 5-volt charging ports, and then we've got this power cable over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it in the rear. Now it's time for the boot. Let me just open it. So Land Rover and Range Rover have the signature split boot, so you have to open this as well, and they're both automatic, as you can see. So over here we've got surprisingly 900 liters of boot space with all 4 seats up, and of course this is a sun divider over here. So yeah, it's useless, but anyways, you've got charging cables over here. And then on the right we've got of course the air suspension controls. Right over here you can of course do it up and down. Over here you've got 5 buttons. This one is for the seat, you can completely fold down. These ones are that they can move up and down, they can move by just the controls over here. You don't have to go all the way over to the back to the second over there and then control it. You can just simply do it here. If you're lazy, just do it here and you're done. 3 annoying features of the Land Rover Range Rover Autobiography. First annoying feature is right here in the infotainment system. Now a lot of people, and I have experienced that when you are driving and you want to control anything from the infotainment system, it's really glitchy, though you're paying 435 grand for a car like this. But for the Autobiography trim level, it is 516,000 dirhams. So that's not worth the price if you're getting glitches in the infotainment system. That's pretty annoying. Second issue is the engine and electrical warnings. So like this specific model, which is the 2019 one, is famous for its issues. So like once you turn the car on, you'll probably see a lot of warning lights which pop on unexpectedly, and some of them may take a really long time. Third annoying feature is also in the infotainment system. When you reverse the car, the parking sensor sounds are really slow, so you don't know what you're gonna hit or when you're gonna hit, which will actually lead to an accident, and then you have to pay a visit to the dealer and get it repaired, which is also really not all bad. Here are 3 good features of the 2019 Land Rover Range Rover Autobiography. First good feature of the 2019 Land Rover Range Rover Autobiography is right here in the light. Now, it gives you a really grand entry as soon as you unlock the car. Let me just give you an example. Simply just press the unlock button. Once it unlocks, it gives you this grand entry, which is like worth 516 grand. The second good feature is right here. Now, like I mentioned when I was talking about the boot, if you're lazy, you can just control the seats from here, which is a really good feature, so that you don't have to go all the way back over there and do it manually. Since it's a Land Rover, you wouldn't be expecting that because it's a really expensive car manufacturer. So yeah, this is really handy. The third good feature is right here in the door. Now, since you're paying a lot of money for this car, you're expecting soft closed doors. So yeah, there is. Simply just close the door slowly. Just leave it, and it closes itself, which is really good. Now, under the hood is a 5-liter V8 supercharged engine, which produces 508 horsepower, which is really powerful for an SUV like this. In other competitors, they have 3-liter hybrids, which is not good. Like in this generation, a 5-liter supercharged V8 is way better. Let's go ahead and hear my final verdict. Time for my final verdict. Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you go right ahead and buy it? Well, I suggest you go right ahead and buy it. It's a really good full-size 4-seat or 5-seat SUV, and let me tell you, it's better than the newer generation. That's just fake Land Rover Range Rover. This is better. I suggest you go for this one rather than going and buying a brand new one, because firstly, this has a really good engine since this is a 5-liter supercharged, but in the newer one you get a 3-liter V6 twin turbocharged, and that doesn't really sound like a Range Rover. So yeah, I suggest you get this one instead of that one. And yeah, that's it for my final video. Make sure to like and subscribe to find more videos, and make sure that you also get your notifications bell on so you get notified that I make a new video. See you guys in the next one.